Hi friends, today we're going to do a quick lesson on what is a label, and we're going to practice labeling some things, and then at the end, if you have paper, crayons, or pencils, you can help me label something. And then if you wouldn't mind to send me a picture of whatever you labeled or a quick video of their labeling, I would really like to see that. So, what is a label? A label gives the reader information about the picture. So anytime you're reading a book, you're looking at a map, and there's something that the reader thinks you may not know everything about, they will label the picture. So, for instance, when we learned about trees at the beginning of the year, we didn't know all the parts of a tree. So the books that we read always had the tree with the parts labeled. So here I have labeled a tree so we can review the parts of a tree, but also see kind of how a label works. So here's the tree. When you label something, you always draw a line pointing to what you're labeling. That way you can make sure the reader knows exactly what part that is. So on this tree, I've drawn a line and it's touching the branch. This is the branch of the tree. Then I drew another line and it's touching the leaves of the tree. Here we have labeled the trunk, and at the bottom underneath the grass, we've labeled the roots. So another thing to practice labeling that I've labeled is a butterfly. We will be learning about insects when we come back to school. That's our next unit, is insects. So I've labeled the parts of a butterfly. So here you see I've drawn a line. I have labeled the butterfly's head. These things that stick out of the top are the antenna. He has 6 little legs because he's an insect, and wings. So that is what I have labeled. So one of my favorite activities to do with my classroom is I actually label myself. I have them help me label me, and it's a fun, quick way for them to see just how you put a word with each item. So I'm going to quickly label myself. Feel free to practice this at home. If you have sticky notes, you have index cards, or just a piece of paper, you can label the things in your house as well. It's good print awareness. It helps them see words, and it also teaches them about labeling, which they'll need as they further their writing. So the first thing I'm going to label, this body part right here. Is that my leg? Is that my foot? No, it's my neck. So I'm going to put a label on my neck. I don't know if my sticky notes will stick. And then I have the word ear. Where should I put that at? Should I put that up here? Should I put it over here? Nope. I'll put it on my ear. And then I have the label for my hair. So I'm going to stick that on my hair. And I write with my hand. So I'm going to label my hand. And then this part is my arm. So I'm going to label my arm. And then on top of my body is my head. So I'm going to label my head. Guess I'll stick it right there so it's not on my hair. So that if the reader read it, they would know this is her head, this is her hair. And then last, my nose. So if we were at school, you would all have a sticky note and you would get to label the part of me. You could label my shirt, my earring, my finger, my shoes, my knee. So since we are not at school, I thought it would be fun for you to get to practice labeling. So if you just have a piece of paper, I'm going to try to draw a dog. Parents, I am not an artist, but we always tell the kids, try your best. So I've actually started it just so I can get you guys started on the main forms. And parents, feel free to help them along as they go. It's going to be a very easy dog to draw, and then we will practice labeling. So first I've drawn just a basic circle for his head, and then an oval for his body. Circle for the head, oval for the body. After we finish the drawing, we will go back and then we will do the labeling. So now I have the head and I have the body. Now I'm going to give my dog 4 legs because my dog has 4 legs. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And my dog has a tail. So after I do my 4 straight lines down for my oval, I'm just going to do a line up and down. And there's his tail. So I have a head, a circle, an oval, 4 legs, and a tail. I want my dog to have big ears. So I'm going to draw some big ears for my puppy. And if you guys have a dog at home, you can make your dog look like the dog that you have. So there are his ears. And now I want to draw 2 big eyes. And those are also ovals. And then I'll draw a circle inside. So really, if you can draw an oval and a circle, you can draw a dog. Then I'm going to draw a nose in the middle. And then I'm going to draw a letter that looks like a J and a backwards J to make his mouth. And I like my dog to have whiskers, so I'm going to give him some whiskers. Okay, so this is my dog. Maybe I will give him spots too. I'm going to read a book later about spots, a dog with spots, so I'll give him some spots. My dog has spots. Okay, now we are going to label this dog. So the first thing I want to label is his tail. That is a word that we should be able to sound out because at this point in the year, we've learned all the letters. So we're going to sound that out right now. First, I'm going to draw the line and we're going to sound out tail. What letter is that? T. And the last sound is going to be L. Parents, we are just working on beginning and ending sounds right now, inventive spelling. Some friends can add the middle sound as well, but we are not looking for things to be spelled correctly. That is a skill that they will learn in a much higher grade, but for right now, we're looking for beginning and ending sounds. So if you're helping a child at home, just know it's invented. It's not going to be spelled correctly, but it's going to have a beginning and an ending sound. So now we have tail. Let's do leg. We're going to label just one leg, or you can label all your legs if you want to. I'm just going to label one. G, 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 g. L and G. Leg. Now I'm going to do ear. E. Ear. Robot sound R. Ear. How about I? Well, that's easy. What letter says I? I. And then we can do his nose. 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 And then we'll do mouth. TH, that's a tricky sound that we haven't learned together, so I'm going to give you that one. When you put T and H together, it says thumb sound. Mouth. So you can practice listening to words today that have TH. Mouth. Ear, eye, nose, mouth, tail, legs, and then last thing we'll do is body. Let's do body. B, 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 b. Ba, d, 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 d. And I bet some of the friends can get that last sound. Body. And if we want to, we could also label spot. Spot. All right, so we have labeled our dog. We have his ear, his eye, his nose, his mouth, his leg, his body, his spot, and his tail. If you drew along with me, if you could please send me the picture or send me a video of you working on it, I'd be so happy to see it. You guys have a good day and keep learning. We miss you. Bye.